What's up guys, FM Campbell here. Welcome to another episode of the Building a Force series. We are in charge of York City and the goal is to win the Champions League. Now, I'm starting off this episode and I am pissed off. I am so annoyed. Literally, whenever I've played this game, I always see people say like, oh, there's so many injuries in this game, so many injuries. And I think, nah, it's not too bad. Like squad management, you'll be fine, sort of rotate the players and stuff like that. You get like the one or two injuries at the same time. It can be a little bit frustrating and stuff like that. But it's just like literally, this proves exactly what everyone always says. It's so many injuries in this save. It is driving me absolutely mental. But we'll get into a couple of bits of information and the schedule as to what's going on since we last left you. We last left you after the Doncaster game where we lost 2-0 in the Johnston's Paint Trophy second round. And yeah, so we went out of that, but we finally got a win. Well, I say finally got a win. We went back to winning ways against Rotherham in the league. 3-0 we beat them, clean sheet, which is good to have and good to see. Simon Hanna, Josh Carson and Tom Youngs on the score sheet. Nice, comfortable victory. We then lost 2-1 to the top of the league, or the league looks like it's going to be the league winners if I'm completely honest, and I'll show you the league in a second. We lost 2-1 to Chesterfield. At home as well. Dickinson scored a penalty in the 55th minute. Dean Whitehead in the 77th minute, and Kenneth McAvoy, McAvoy I think that is, in the 84th minute winner, which is frustrating as well. But yeah, we lost 2-1 to the league leaders, and then we played Doncaster again, looking to get a bit of revenge on them again away. But this time we lost 3-0. George Green with a penalty, Kyle Bennett and Harry Forrester scoring. We finally got another win though in the league against Millwall. Excuse the Jaguars badge, that is from the World Network game. We won 1-0. Tom Youngs with the only goal of the game. 3 points on the board and a clean sheet. We then lost 1-0 to Scunthorpe. At home as well in the league. Lost 1-0 to them. Cameron King with the only goal just before the half-time whistle. And we played Bradford in the FA Cup first round. We drew 1-1. The goals coming from Chris Lester in the 46th minute. We scored in the 6th minute. And they had 10 men for 40 minutes of the game. So we probably should have done better than what we did. But they held us to a draw. And that's the way it stayed. So we have got a replay today, as I said, in the FA Cup first round. A replay at their ground. It's on TV as well. So that's the game we'll be playing live for you in just a second. But we played Walsall since then as well. Drew 1-1 again. Paul Taylor scoring in the 3rd minute for Walsall. And then we got a late equaliser from Wes Fletcher in the 82nd minute. So this is where it leaves us in the league. We are currently sat in 9th position. We're still doing okay, reasonably okay. We're obviously predicted to... Where are we actually predicted to finish? Via the bet. What are the odds? So we're predicted to finish 22nd. Our goal is to put up a fight and to stay up. But at least put up a fight. But at the minute, we are, 12 points clear of relegation. So it's a good start. Think in terms of our target anyway. 9th place. I'd like to sort of establish ourselves in this league and then maybe look to go up next year. If we can press on to go up this year, like I said, we're only 4 points behind the playoffs, then who knows, but we'll have to wait and see. There are a lot of games to go. As you can see, the schedule is really full. Right, updates. Let's go through the list of what's been going on. So we've made some signings. We've signed a young gentleman called Josh Harrop. If we go to the history, Josh Harrop has signed on a free transfer. He was a free agent, 20 years old, English. He's on 1.6k a week, but he's gone. He's actually in the team at the moment. Well, he's been rotating in the team, and well, what do you know? Injured. 3 to 4 months he's out for with a torn calf muscle. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm so annoyed because he come into the team and he was. One of the best players in the team. Him, Marlon Pack and Simon Hanna are the 3 best central midfielders that we have. So to go and sign him, them getting injured for that long is really, really frustrating. But his value's high, already at 400k. He's 20 years old, loads and loads and loads of potentials. Of potential to go what he's going to be like in the future. We also signed this guy. You might recognise him. He used to play for Southampton. Danny Fox, the left back. He's 30 years old now, so he's the wrong end of his 30s. That's why we've only got him on a 2-year deal. 6 foot though. He's on 2.8k a week. He's our best left back. He's better than Carl Dickinson, but they will rotate. The idea is because we actually loaned out Ben Barber, who's now returned to the club. We're trying to loan him out again if we can. But yeah, so Danny Fox is also signed. So we made 2 signings in this month, well, since we last left you. Josh Harrop and Danny Fox both joining the club. Barber was loaned out. Ben Barber was loaned to Fleetwood for a month. They asked to extend it for a further 3 months, but unfortunately Ben Barber rejected them. So he's recently rejoined the club and come back to into the club. Whether I doubt he'll probably get in the first team anytime soon now that we've signed Danny Fox. Ben Barber was probably the weakest player in our team, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, 2 huge signings with Harrop and Fox. It's just a real shame that Harrop is injured for so long. And talking of Danny Fox, he was also injured as well. He was injured. He had a great game on his debut, but he got injured 2 to 3 weeks. He's out for. He's just come back as well. He just come back the day before the game against Warsaw a couple of days ago. The transfer revenue's been decreased to 35%. Not that matters too much. Whenever we sell players, I'm more doing it to go towards the club rather than worrying about having money to buy players, because as you can see, I'm not spending a lot of money on players at the moment. We've only spent 9.5k on Lee Croft, who's only here on a short-term deal, really. We're home to Bradford in the FA Cup, and then we drew that. So we got a replay. We got to the schedule. It was our first loss in 5 games in the Chesterfield game in the league. So we won, drew, 1-1-1. So we actually were on quite a good run in the league. We're a topsy-turvy season, but it was kind of expected because we've just been promoted. So we're actually doing okay considering, and that kind of is illustrated by the league position, which is good. What else is going on? Oh yeah, Hannah, the other centre midfielder that I said is a very, very good player for us. He's hit form, so of course he got injured as well. So Simon Hannah's been injured. He's due back in 1 day, so he's due back into training tomorrow. But yeah, he was out for 3 weeks with a groin strain. And the gate receipts against Bradford was a record high. We earned 140k from the game against Bradford in the FA Cup. In the 1-1 draw. So yeah, good to get the funds coming in. This is why I'd like to maybe have a cup run at this season or maybe next season to try and build some funds. If we beat Bradford, we're at home to Port Vale, which is always great news. So if we go, this is going to show the replays, isn't it? So this is the second round. So yeah, York or Bradford against Port Vale. So Port Vale are in League 2, so in the division below us. So it's actually quite a nice draw if we can beat Bradford today, but it's going to be a real tough task. Like I said, we drew them at home and we are now playing them away. But just to add a couple more bits of information, O'Connor was injured in the Warsaw game. Where is he? He is out for 2 to 3 weeks. Josh Harrop, as you know, is out. Luke Woodland's away on international duty. Tom Eastman is suspended because of 5 yellow cards. Liam Donnelly is away on international duty. Casasola's a yellow card away from a suspension. Harrop, Hannah and O'Connor all injured. Long-term injuries as well, which is really frustrating. But unfortunately, it just looks to be the way that things are going. Whenever we hit a bit of form, they think, do you know what? They don't need to have this good form. Let's give them a couple of injuries. So, yeah, quite frustrating. We've got a lot of players to drop here, which is really annoying. Adam Cummins is going to come in at centre-back. Who can we play in central midfield? So our players are knackered as well because we've so recently played a game. It's going to have to be McDonnell in for Clark's. Clark's knackered. What do we have on the bench? Suarez can come back into the team. Danny Fox isn't quite fit, but he's going to have to go on the bench. And we're going to have to bring a goalkeeper. I never bring a goalkeeper with me, by the way, but we're going to have to bring a goalkeeper with us today. We're going to play Carson on the left, I think. Our wingers have been really poor, by the way. So we'll go Carson on the left, and we'll go... Let's put Coulson on the right instead of Sellers. We'll give Youngs a run out, although he did have a really poor game the last game. You can see the average rating in the last 5 games has been really, really poor. So I'm quite keen to them to buck up their ideas. Look at that, 6.44 Michael Coulson. So we've had a word with him individually. But we'll submit that team. We're going to go... Let's go counter to start off with, just to stop. Hopefully, I got us concede so many goals in the first 5 minutes, which is really annoying. But yeah, we're going to have to... They're evens to win, so they're favourites to win. We're 11-5 on from Sky Bet by the looks of things. They're playing a flat 4-4-2? A flat 4-4-2 with Sheehan, Owen, Rutis and Calderon at the back. Murray, Halliday, Liddell and Isgrove in the midfield. Nuttall and Revel up top. We're going Dickinson, Cummins, Casasola, Connolly, Pack, Suarez, McDonnell, Carson Coulson and Youngs with Colio in goal, and they have Murphy in goal. Yeah, that's fine. Got faith in them. The good old I've got faith in you trick. It'd be great to get through this round, get another home draw, and maybe get some more money in. Especially, I doubt it'll go on TV, but we'll see how it goes. But here we go. Oh, I'd like to win this game. Bradford have had quite a bit of possession in the early minutes. Look, why are you looking complacent? What are you looking complacent for? They're the favourites. Shouldn't be complacent. Should be determined. The instructions we got is retain possession, shorter passing, play wider. I'm trying to play better football than we normally have. But at the minute, not a shot at all. In fact, nothing. 15 minutes in has been nothing. We're just edging possession. That's why I'm going to go attacking. Let's see if we can create something. Adam Cummins, though, has been booked very early on. There's bound to be someone being sent off for a penalty or a goalkeeper mistake. At least it hasn't been as bad as the Weston-super-Mare save. That was terrible. 30 minutes and there hasn't been a shot. What is going on? Lloyd Isgrove's injured. That's good because he had a really good game against us in the first game. I am going to assertively demand more because so far, how is this physically possible? How is this possible? There's not been a shot in nearly 40 minutes. Oh, here we go. Marlon Pack with a free kick and he scores it with the first shot of the game. Oh no, we've had two shots. Marlon Pack has just scored a free kick. It looks like he put it in the bottom left. I don't know if that went... We'll see in the highlight, but it's a great strike to be fair. There's been a lot of yellow cards. There's been 4 yellow cards in the first half. Marlon Pack then with the orange ball. He smashes it. The keeper seems to be stuck on the floor, but he smashes it bottom left corner. And to be fair, that is a great finish. Casasola is injured. That's not good. That is not good at all. We've got our 2 backup centre-backs at the back now. I didn't want... I was going to change Cummins as well. Oh, God. We're bound to get a red card here. I think we'll start to go on the counter just before half-time. I don't want to concede now. I'd like to go in at the break at least 1-0 up. Just hold on to this. We've got a minute left. Colio, oh, he's way out of his goal. Youngs... Win that. Suarez out to Coulson. Coulson, what can you do for me, Sunshine? McDonnell. Don't lose it. Suarez. McDonnell. Youngs. Is anyone going to make a run? No. It's Coulson. Coulson gets it. He loses it. Goes back to Dickinson, who's going to pick it up with a little bit of time. No support. Marlon Pack. Suarez. I thought we were going to lose it then. McDonnell. Suarez. Pack. McDonnell. At least we're keeping the possession. Youngs. He beats him. He's through. Carson. Oh, it's saved. And that's gone down to clear-cut chance. And Carson should have finished that, if I'm completely honest. He's having a 6.3. Jesus Christ. How can you be that bad? Oh, God. Jesus, I thought they were going to score. That should see us through to half-time, though. And it does. Yep, I'm happy with that. We're playing well. Try to encourage them. I'm going to tell the defence that it weren't that bad, but I think they can still improve. That's cool. Start the second half. Come on, boys. Let's hold on to this. Let's get through to the next round at least. Bradford, we've limited Bradford to only 1 shot, which is that shot that we just saw before half-time. So, let's keep hold of it. Carson's still having a 6.3. Maybe he'll be the one that we have to take off. Worried about Pack. We haven't got another centre-back. We've got Eastman's out. He's suspended. Cummins is on a booking. George Ray's come in. And then... What's his name? Casasola's been injured, so but we've reached in the coming up to the 63rd minute now, and we've limited Bradford to well, no, they've just doubled their shots in a couple of minutes. So, but it is a real boring game. This one. There's been 8 shots now, and nothing's really happening. Bradford are having a little bit more of the possession at the moment, and there's not hardly a highlight, which I'm happy about because I'm going to take this a 1-0 victory through. I think we might take someone off in a minute. I'm worried about Suarez on a yellow card. He does love a red card. Just hold on for a couple more minutes, boys. Carson's having a shocker. Let's make these changes now. So let's swap Carson and Coulson. Let's take Carson off. It's going to have to be... Let's bring Lee Croft on, actually. Let's swap them back. Coulson's better on the left than Croft is. McDonnell, I know we've got these yellow cards, but McDonnell is knackered, and we haven't got that many players available to us at the minute. So I think that's what we'll do. He's having a good game though, and Suarez isn't. I think we'll swap Suarez. Let's do that. So we've made all the substitutions. Oh, for God's sake, don't do it now. Get ready to press cancel. Oh, Dickinson, how's your touch, mate? Calderon, and he's where are the defence? Where is the marking? What is going on? Dickinson having a 5.8. Oh, for God's sake. Why are you conceding that late on? So we've gone attacking. The thing is, we don't have... Oh, we've got more yellow cards coming in now. Connolly's now booked. We don't have the players available at the minute to go to extra time and penalties. They'll be knackered. Calderon. Oh, don't concede now. You've got 3 men going for the same header. What are you doing? Cummins. Clark. McDonnell. Youngs. Come forward with it. You've got all that space to play with. Come on. There we go. Through ball. Oh, it's wide. Not a bad attempt, to be fair, from Youngs. Oh, why did we have to concede so late on? It's such a stupid goal. And then we've got extra time. Passionate. You can still win tonight. Ugh, so frustrating. Look at the team. They're knackered. 58% Marlon Pack. McDonald's 57%. But they're both having a really good game. Dickinson, however, is having a shocker. Youngs, look at that gap. Coulson, he's going to lose it to Sheehan. Murphy is going to go out of play. I don't want to go to penalties. Come on. Penalties just a lottery. Coming up towards the 100th minute though, and nothing is happening. As a real, but if you're a virtual person and you bought a ticket to this game, I can only apologise. But no, not now, not now. Sheehan, Meredith, White is going to play it backwards. Liddell's going to play it wide, I'd imagine. What we're doing? We're forcing him back though. Irwin, Sheehan. They've got 2 men. He's got. What's that number 42? Who is that? Who is that? Number 42. Marriott. Him. What you? Oh, they've hit the post. Oh God, I can't handle this. Youngs has been rattled. Meredith, they're coming forward again with the ball. The highlights continuing. No, it's not. Thank God for that. Youngs though, 48%. Oh, 51 now, it's jumped up. Half time and extra time. It's tense. It'd be great to get through the next round. I don't think we're expected to get any further than this round, so going forward it would be huge for us, especially as we were supposed to get further than we did in the Johnston Paint Trophy, but yeah, we lost against Doncaster in that, so we're supposed to reach the next round. We were targeted for the next round. Do not get sent off, Connolly. Jesus. How's that a highlight? How is that a highlight? Nothing happened. I think we're just going to passionately tell them, we're going to encourage them, tell them they can win it. We've got 7 minutes to go, just under 7 minutes to go. Marlon Pack is fucked. 48%. I've never seen it that low and they're not injured. Penalties. Penalties it is. And they're all terrible at penalties. So we're just going to have to go for it. It's a lottery, boys. But Bradford, you have to say, probably should have deserved better. They've had double our shots almost. Possession, they've had more. They've had more clear-cut chances. But the same shots on target, so at least we're getting our shots on target. Dickinson, however, is going to step up for the first penalty. He's having a 5.4, so he's got to bloody do something about this. We fouled them 28 times in that game. Jesus Christ. No wonder all the yellow cards. But Dickinson puts it away, and it is 1-0. And now it's down to you, Colio. He's made a couple of penalty saves before. Not this one, though. Sheehan, he's had a good game, Sheehan. I've seen a lot of him. Clark with a penalty. Oh, keeper doesn't move, but he parries it into the goal. Murray, come on, Colio. Murray, and again the keeper doesn't move. Coulson, do it for me, San. Oh, for fuck's sake! What are you doing? The keeper hasn't moved twice, 3 times. Oh. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. Youngs. It's a good penalty. Colio, we need you to do something for us now. We really do. We need you to save this one. Irwin. Oh! We've got to score. Simple as that. We have to score. Croft. I thought he'd got it. I thought he'd saved it. Colio, can you be the hero? I need a hero. No, 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 no. He's hit the bar. Oh, yes. Ollie White's hit the bar, not the YouTuber. Is he Ollie White? Marlon Pack. He tucks it away. Colio, can you be the hero? I've sung you the song already. Can you be the hero? Marriott steps up for the penalty. No, he puts it away. But we are all level. We are all level. It is now... Was it 5-5? Yeah, 5-5. George... oh, for fuck's sake, George Ray. I need a hero. Revel or Ravel. Ah. It means we are out of the FA Cup. For God's sake, don't be too hard on the team. It was a tough result to take. Other than Dickinson, I agree. I'm going to certainly tell him, yeah, you're dropping the performance. Look to switch off. Why are you switching off? I'm dropping you in the next game, Sunshine. You are dropped, mate. To be fair, Bradford should have won it in the game, let alone in penalties. But they go through on penalties. Marlon Pack free kick, and then Revel, who also got the winning penalty, scored for them in the 79th minute. A late-ish equaliser. But this is a problem. This is a problem. When's our next game? Oh, Saturday against Crew. Crew are bottom of the league, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sneaky, and I'm going to give all of you lot a rest. Casasola, however, is not injured. That's good news. You are injured. Suarez is suspended. Don't need to give him a rest. Carson a rest. Colio a rest. How can a keeper be that knackered? He didn't move. McDonald, yep. Clark and Youngs. Let's give them all a rest, I think. But that will conclude the episode, boys. So we are out of the FA Cup. We are out of the Johnston Paint Trophy. So pretty much, are we even in the Capital One Cup? I think we're out of that as well. Yeah, we're out of that. So we're out of all the cup competitions now. It's solely league football for the rest of the season, which is fine because that is what I want to concentrate on most. We'll quickly have a look at the board confidence and see what they think about that, and it doesn't look good, if I'm completely honest. Minimum expectations to reach the second round of the FA Cup. The board are disappointed that the team didn't reach further than the first round of the FA Cup. However, they can understand why the team were knocked out by Bradford, so that's kind of good news. League One, however, the board are delighted that the team is currently on course to achieve a mid-table finish in Sky Bet League One this season. Bravely fight against relegation as a target, so we're doing very well there. Job status is at 73%. Since it would cost a considerable sum of money to terminate the manager's contract early, his job security is much stronger. Johnston Paint Trophy. The team is not expected to get beyond the second round of the Johnston Paint Trophy. The board are understanding that the team's failure to progress past the second round of the Johnston Paint Trophy. That's good. The club stature is increasing. The wages are good. The squad harmony is coming along nicely. So things are league-wise looking quite good. Cup-wise and domestic cup-wise, yeah, not great at all. But that is going to conclude this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a like if you have. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, if you want to see more content like this. Don't forget the Aston Villa series is slowly and surely coming along now. We are hopefully going to press on for the Champions League this season in that save. So as soon as that is done, as soon as we've hit that target, the channel will solely be focusing on York City and on this Building a Force series, which we are trying to do until FM16 comes out, basically. So there'll be updates as well on the channel as to what my save will be on FM16. I'm thinking about a pentagon. I think I'd like to do a pentagon. I did a pentagon on FM14, but unfortunately I started the channel after I'd won the African Champions League. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed that I probably should have thought about starting the channel before, but I didn't want to start the series a quarter of the way into the series. So you get my drift. But thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. Get your comments in below if there's anything you want to know, or if you're watching that game and you're thinking he shouldn't have done that or he should have done that. But yeah, this is a good place to get a bit of a discussion going. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Thursday for the next episode, and thanks again. Peace.